How's it going, guys? So about a week ago we closed our online store and dispatched our last orders of 2022. I can't believe how quickly the year's gone. It's gone quickly for me because during that year I've been working 80-hour weeks, seriously, sometimes 90 or more, because I guess, you know, this is my business, this is what I do, this is what I'm passionate about. I love sharing the joy of growing with you guys. Do you reckon I need some plants in the background here? It looks a bit dead, doesn't it? That's much better, isn't it? But yeah, I just wanted to check in with you guys because the season has come to an end for me and I'm dealing with that deceleration. And I just wonder how many other people that are involved in the growing industry actually struggle with that deceleration. The fact that things change so quickly and you go from doing these incredibly long hours and it's really exciting to a kind of a stop. Now, as I'm going to announce on this channel over the next few weeks, I've actually got some really big news coming personally that I'm going to share with you guys. But yeah, I just wanted to jump on and almost say to you, wow, this is actually quite a weird deceleration and I'm struggling with it. I think to a certain extent, when you work in a growing business like this, when your job is linked to nature and the joy of growth, I actually think that you leave part of yourself in the season that you've just left. You leave part of yourself in your job. I know that during the early spring period we had some like personal things going on behind the scenes here that we haven't shared on social media, and it's not really appropriate to do so, but we had these personal things going on alongside the work, and I guess my relationship with this job took on a very strange kind of synergy, that actually the job for me was actually a distraction from other stuff that was going on, but also it was making me tired but also excited. So there's a lot of like very complex emotions. As I'm talking to you, I guess I'm trying to talk it out with myself. You might be looking at this and thinking, wow, this is a really millennial problem, right? I hear that sort of that comment quite a lot. I don't think it is. I think that people that work in growing, people that do farming or any kind of growing, I think it's a really hard job, and it's a very complicated job. You have a relationship with the season that's actually really difficult to actually quantify. It's really difficult to actually put into words. There's so much to be excited about going forward because I've started working with an organisation called the Food Grower Academy. Now, about a year ago I stood here in this polytunnel and I asked you the question, why are more people not going into horticulture? I see people, growers older than myself, who are retiring or kind of doing the business on a semi-retired basis, and maybe they won't be doing it much longer. So there are huge gaps, and especially post-Brexit it's harder to get plants into the UK. Not going to talk about Brexit in this video, but there are opportunities there if you want them. Like seriously, even with the cost of living crisis, even with the inflation that we're dealing with, the fuel surcharges, there are so many opportunities, and I'm so passionate that young people, young growers can actually go into this. And 12 months ago I asked you guys the question, what is stopping people from doing so? And I think I might have an answer for you. That the majority of people came back to me and said, actually, we'd love to do it, but we don't know how. So I started working with Chris and Jack at the Food Grower Academy to create a ladder, a structure that would enable young growers to get into this. I mean, my friendship with Chris and Jack has been invaluable in furthering my growing adventures. On a personal level, it's also that sense of camaraderie, you know, when you're struggling, when the wind has just damaged one of your polytunnels, or when a fox gets into the polytunnel, rips it to pieces like they did in the polytunnel next door. It's great to have that camaraderie, and it's really important. So there's so much to be excited about, guys, seriously. If you don't know what I'm talking about, by the way, please just search for Food Grower Academy on Instagram and send us a message there, because we're really excited about the future and what we're doing. So what next for Urban Herbs and for me here? Well, I'm gonna have a bit of a rest, but I've got some really big news coming, and I know I've teased about this too much. I worry that I've teased a bit too much about this, but it's big for me. It's something that is a bucket list for me, and I'm going to be announcing it really soon about what I'm going to be doing for the next few months. It's really exciting, and it's going to give me opportunities to actually generate even more content. So that's going to get pushed out on this YouTube channel. We're also going to start publishing Instagram Shorts, so you can watch the short form video content. That's social media talk for just the videos we post on Instagram and TikTok. Yeah, we're on TikTok. Who'd have thought that? In all seriousness, the TikTok gardening community is really growing at the minute, excuse the pun, but it's really, really positive and exciting in a way that Instagram maybe isn't so much at the minute. So that's really exciting too. In a way, this is a video just talking to the camera and me kind of exploring how I feel about the slowing down of the season, because as I said, I think you do leave a bit of yourself in the season, and for some reason, maybe I'm getting old, but I'm feeling it more this year. So I just wanted to jump on here and give you a bit of a preview of what's coming. We've just rebuilt one of our polytunnels and we're going to be sharing the video about that. So if you've got any questions about building polytunnels, growing in polytunnels, please drop me a comment below. And if there's any other additional content that you'd like to see on this channel, please just bang us a message on here and I promise I'll try and get back to you. Until next time, guys, thanks so much for listening to my rambling. If you enjoyed it, please leave a comment, and I hope that you're enjoying autumn as much as I'm about to.